And what she be more quite be made about Badwam Jumedi. So I can see about Bessenko. And then I said the man Adom G and his sports team in I say my boy man. Sabe no, you man somewhere 12 so na senior candidate biano you go so I pem so near chrono. Wo adwen kire wo asem bia opese obisa wo adwen po bia opese odi tuja mama nsan nyina etie. This is a platform. Aha enese wo de nkomodi edeba enti sabe ye mo atenase ne mo akwa ba ma enya ado. Empedifo atenase na empedifo ato nsa afre wo mo na ye no mu ba bedi nsa wo so. Ni ote yensa enifa so eno ho a eye owura Peter boama otukuno aban akasama afo no emu eba akọ eno no Peter emu akwa ba. Ya boko de ishia ya che
ishia ya che papa
sa so na nyote yensa ebenkum so ha owura Michael Kwe lawyer Michael Kwe Jr. Deputy Greater Accra Regional Director Communications and say General Secretary and I say church for Abidi ewo Enkramantema lawyer emwachi mu akwaba kame yakofa General Secretary and I pay komo ben na yedie biometric hu komodie na enam biometric so ne ba ne se opani a oda MPP ano se dwomtene ni national chairman owura Jacob Echebilamte eden se matudwa se biometric niema bi ekoso no ya ade bi a eha no dititiru ni etuo ya ekodi nkofo bi nsemu a ensese kodi wo mo nsemu no mudi edi ensemone omemu ha enuti no wo de chopa ne krata de akomo mampani se ni monim ye obi etuo ne nsem ye nsese tuo kodi ne nsem bia no ye nche no asemi o mampani ate na zuampa se owura Jacob Echebilamte na dream pod ya betudwa no edi enyina so wonti na odi aba betudwa edi en wahu edi en wate na aban betimi afa edi bibia na enkomodie na yebehwe na timi ebisa se sene ahya ase esisi no zuampa se by December ebeto aba no sei na ebekọ no ana se ebekọ foma na ebeba so na nado no krese na obeyini running mate na ehun komodie na committee ye ebekọ so Baomia na hwanum na ekuta sekan na ewo Baomia on the chi binum se Baomia will be the worst ura PC appeal for say this is a wrong choice enya de papa na na do ade na waso odin sa ya de ebedwen ho afesu no campaign 2012 nti campaign issues your election year mu na ura benefits che say yes the NDC can be and can win the 2012 elections without the help of former President Rawlings. Sasimi yedi hunkomo iwusa ya extending yare the new issues, emerging issues ya eba se ebe no krese NDC womo betimi edi nkunim without the Rawlings sana. Now for electoral commission force to atuja say day 6 and then day tosunsia na no me da na ya sha ase na so already omo detect multiple registration na aban any electoral commission so ne amanfo ya saadi achi wo mo no ye de ombe famra kwan so weni nsem adwenje ho wa adwen po bi afabre Facebook multi TV world and our things so no obe send your text 1760 na ufa de obon krata hodo pii no a ode aba se owura Jacob Echebilamte atro open letter na ode akoma omampani raise a lot of issues na ohwe issues na wabobo so ni bie no a dodo no ano edefa abato ehu ahomboabo aya ya hya ase ya na ye de ekro de akoto aba etuo yakodi nkrofo nsem number 1 security breaches ene nkomodi a hya ase ma no nso ewo omem ha so ya de a da na koma po so ye papa any other issues so am pass o basis yes or secretary kwana lawyer basis a Jake and as chairman ede agina so ede atrosality no obroni be say enye red herring chese enye bibi keke na aso di boy hu bi keke ade no ebi a abade na ndru level a hu akohia se so tro ho letter e koma mampani
yo kaba mi chia woni tifo ni nana me pacho wa wo she nana happy birthday
e kana no pa no
one kana no pa okay. And I mean, so I'll take the opportunity to wish Nana Adom Ekufuado a very happy birthday. na ono de be an birthday no me rain that because the birthday near na me so next day follow on. You know, when I follow such a great man's birthday, I'm hoping say one day I'll be as great as he is.
Okay.
And he is going to become. Now come and say
we don't answer na be koso no. Mame enko ahomaso na ye implicit the issue in perspective. Wing Commander Sobojo, a security expert and a former military officer. Security issues about ibe here dream po bi na dia boa say some MPP ni already which be raised, you know, or basis bi ana. Wing Commander anopay multi TV Badwam ya mo ache.
Yeah, me demoso.
Me pa cho hunam boko de.
Come kunko.
Ye de nyame ase se ode enko ache ebiem. Obani anopay nkomodie no fa bambo ho nsem na obi a wa soja ni pen na wabi o eye bambo mu nsem no. Sabre otu ani hwe o manga na mu a ye security level threats etisay.
Security level ne mekase. Ebi ame class 3.
Class 3.
It will say akasibia ko eminent. Ebia say we introduce rules and umra the carbon yama. Now move. The restoration of small arms in there started from the PND system. A tutor, a banner crab by can marriage and operate you back. Meaning is taken by the authorities, normal store near issue out. The city there are saying when a back, and not a back, not airport, one near Papa and Obia said. In the meantime, we need the number of small arms the Wukum. And I think some of the more personal one for security against maybe armed robbers. Now, the local manufacturers. In the years, are buying the amount of a weapon or system now. Or what has to be our trial work cable. We need to be a month and a half or so. Well, now, as this month, this is when you're quick. The new man after elections in the community. Na bi pija a bank thing pa here and then the question
Obani osha small arms etu nkete ye wo manfo nsam no a edoso
most of them no any license and I think so to manka you need apart from soldier for more a tube and a palm tune or armory Amoro, who year, who be not to carry, and we die to put a penny carry. Now they are fair, and Amora didn't say, one other far, Badwam. May you see there, and there your security forces, your migration, your army, your customs, your army, your fire service, the army there. It's difficult to control a weapon or system. Nothing common fast one, you really know the medical patrols, I mean, medical, and the back. Well, and then there's a couple to see that what you before the tube overnight. Local fire mechanical. There's one more about security services for a moment. Within machinery, and we need more rules and concept, or medical control, or attitude. Well, now, you come with them now, and they are different. One more, I don't want private transit back. And one more, so I'm going to back. Then controls the work. Maybe I am or the bar. One or two armor. I need to make traces with that, but you do by it.
Sir, ye traba, ye true ye din wa bato e bra e bobo e ho na etuo ebu ba ko wa yes we kutetu yenye worry say sa de ahya ase ma ne homre so sabre because e betimi akosoro wo abato December mu.
I worry because we registration that if a substitute your team no people do not be on opportunity now they open the doors for no trivia. Sana ntakwana na eko starting. Wow. yes, baby, you could drink a registration. Now, YouTube. Now, young a police wants to warn you and to severe. A charge you one more, say, you. Now, and then what's it? Agent a reference in the grab need. Massa and a 90 or many troubles after elections are start here. It's the new Juma by this time, we could do better than manner. A new question, a bad thing to make me a camp.
Final question, maybe, sir, Penny Asana Wako. Ora Jacobechi Bilamte, letter or Trodia Command Penny said, one here now on cable violence, and you to think of one seminar. A timely, and now say a alarmist by this time or this holiday, Abbey.
Well, my first timely because we'll make a crowd before elections. We say, who trust the North, which no be of one country here. I said, what's now, who did you? Me and Trump copying their bed, September, November. Never figure on Muti, nothing like that. But I may say on both sides, means there party pro and a wound to other ones is wood. It's a national issue. Oh, and the security forces there and boarding on say, one month I'm running yet. So we could generally treat you. And now, the children of the man, media. I think I'll treat you. Yes, I swap because we must be a yes, and yeah, someone to cap on company. I'm a pin hand. I feel I'm not a command. I near the year.
You
take more when you message.
You Wing Commander, and I pay Badwam, Yeda, say Papa. Wing Commander, Sobojo, security expert. Now, letter and I crack a Jake a Troy and Maminka very short. Now, if you find comedian, she shall say, now, my by shall say, or say, I am constrained to write this open letter because the grave implications in it for the future of our beloved country, Ghana. As you know, the whole world is looking at Ghana and how we manage this year's elections process and remain a democratic icon for Africa. The world has welcomed your many words on how you intend to preside over a free and fair election, free of the sort of violence that has cost many countries so many lives, injuries, and development. Now we wait to see if your actions will match your words. On Monday, 19th March 2012, some MPP members attended a meeting in Accra Central in the Odududu constituency. The meeting was attacked by a crowd who sought to disrupt it by hurling bottles and stones, resulting in injuries to some MPP members. Mr. Ni Lante Vanderpoy, one of your special assistants, who is the parliamentary candidate for the Odududu constituency, is on record as accepting that those who attacked the MPP members were from his family and his supporters. I am hoping that you will publicly censure Mr. Vanderpoy and let him know that a democratic society allows freedom of association and other freedoms. Most worrying, however, is that in the course of disrupting the meeting, it is reported that two persons, namely Adnan and Nunu, of the office of the president, pulled out and showed the guns they were carrying. Fortunately, these guns were not fired. Mr. President, you remember that in the Tripoli by-election in the year 2009, a national security operative fired his gun in the midst of the crowd, a situation that was apparently captured on camera. The officer has never been brought to book. Perhaps because of this leniency and impunity, the gentlemen from your office felt they too could use guns to intimidate their opponents. Mr. President, we have learned that procuring guns in this country is not difficult. We have also learned that no one has a monopoly on violence. We have finally also learned that when not stopped early, violence will escalate. Mr. President, since I started writing this letter, the biometric registration exercise has started. Already, we have reports of guns being used in a number of constituencies. Amongst them are Offenso North, Ofuansi Kokobing, and the Sunafo South. Mr. President, we are obviously starting late in getting these guns under control, but better late than never. Mr. President, I'm hoping to be convinced that you do not wish to go into the history books of Ghana as the president who presided over chaos and the introduction of firearms into our politics. Finally, Mr. President, you need to act now and act ruthlessly to send a clear message to everyone that neither you nor Ghana will tolerate the introduction of guns into our political discourse. Mr. President, in the name of everything holy, I beseech you to make an example of bringing the persons who have been flashing guns to book, to send a clear message to all Ghanaians that on your watch, the elections will be free, fair, and peaceful. Mr. President, the ball is in your court. Will you take action or will you hide behind pious words? Yours faithfully, Jake Otanka Obechebilamte, National Chairman, NPP. Letter opening natural, and there come on penny mills any basis pa any day.
Cover basis is simple. Very, very simple. Issue is we are seeing a certain trend of imminent or potential violence. Now, I'm sure Seminia Otukono will agree with me. Say, sometimes it's best to deal with the issue when the writing is on the wall than say events no be okay. NDC government, I remember there was a case of one Bashiru Red who was mentioned in Tamale. Said during an exercise or so or two. Now the MPP government at the time did nothing about it. An accusation. And I almost say they will do things better. Yeah, no. Almost say good. But what you be better. In Ghana for say somewhere better there in your mumbra. Mobile no. Mabe in the west. Now, media de mean one and Ghana 40. Say NDC omuye mistake biana o catch on so na MPP time. Say Bashiru Red confet you, okay? Bashiru Red confet you. Now, that issue no, was not resolved. Does that mean you should do the same? As President Mills, who talked about these issues, that he was going to make Ghana better. Your response is not that MPP did it in the past. Because if that was satisfactory, you wouldn't have complained. And if that was satisfactory, Ghanaians would not have given you the mandate. So the best thing is to move forward and do the thing better than it was before. And that is why Jake has written this letter. Jake has done the responsible thing to write a letter to the president asking that this issue should be resolved. And for me, that is the way our politics should go. Jokingly, before I start the program, I catch me in to say, and the program here, say, bah, now you have issues, and the will be part 2. But we don't want that. I know that you're also a good host. Just like your colleague, you can also rather control such environments. Because in politics, we have to be careful that because we want certain amenities, we can just talk the way we like, just to come and incite people, come and lie, come and make certain. I'm not saying that my brother is doing that, but I'm just giving a scenario. Our politics must improve from today. Sabi, MPP for you can't all die be die. Samu nima, moko yes adiena. Mo say my and canasa. Now we should use the civil method. Enemy. Onya Bonnie. He's a law-abiding Ghanaian.
More abandoning order.
No. Self-defense. You see, and I say no there. It's so funny anybody who says all die be die just obe kumobi. And then meaning so be obe say be anonte brofo. Straight away.
Owo bi ada wo.
Oh, it's just say I mean how.
The car boy wo papa.
Obi catch out say owo bi ayo wo then o catch out. Owo bi ayo wo then o catch out. Owo bi ayo wo. Thank you.
No owo bi na yo wo.
Timeba. Now one thing is I say Obia. I don't just say
Mate, and I maybe saying to Obia ne Owana.
Baby, man, and me explaining chiro because what they may call different.
There say it in a violence.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Maybe me want to say I met church show. In a criminal code, ya true mu say you have the right to self-defense, even to killing. Even to killing. Book na catch say kuna kukubi. No. A child say sometimes the law can understand so be defend the to the extent the one shall kunipa. Enti a child say Ghana ha yemra say go kunipa. E na make us obi o kan on table for na say. Enti bia on ti ase e enchechero mu. Let's explain to you. Say all die be die means my brother defend yourself because after all ube ukrana is better to die brave than to die a coward. It's a simple instruction. Now when they say cowards die many times before their death, which I'm sure you have heard before. Does that mean that you should go and kill somebody or you should go and die? It's an advice. Everybody should give to their own son. That stand up for yourself. But Marley said, stand up, get up. Don't give up the fight. Stand up for your right. Or because I stand up for your right, I know just a kokotoka. Sometimes, even the way you, because all that, say me, Obi at their bar, Bobby. Now me tell me say sorry. All that be die. Oh, Papa Bobby said today we'll stand for our right. I'm going to kill somebody. And I make us say anybody who talks about that, you know, is a good opportunity to explain this. They don't understand it, but we know that some people like to use it for propaganda. And I said, so no, ye no ebia no near many beyond shed and tears, no. Utie obi radio so no cancer up and say, ah, sir. But what you may be no. So ba echo school. Na se akole bi bia no titi nanim. O catch a teacher if you know. O catch a teacher if you know. Who is our parents to echo school? Another options of a catch up and say, stand up for yourself with too many ones to TNB. And that's how you can defend yourself. So self-defense is not a crime, even to killing. It will be because I all die be die no on Tiasia no. Me say on table for no.
Now Jake letter or actually you know examples our citing is on the other side. Oh, actually say violence, you know, a NDC phone kind violence.
And I can't say if you realize my submission today, I was very, very objective. Said there was an accusation in the MPP time.
No,
and
reference it with the Jake letter.
There was an accusation in the MPP time, and the NDC people complained. Says I no ye no mo bad they will make Ghana better. Oh, now say and yet the begia to and the issue is say there were a lot of issues that happened in the past. Now the year campaign say Sadia we and yet it's a bar the better. It's either now NDC you to be one eka say oh Bashir ready, you know. We are now moving forward, as they say, in the right direction. So the right direction is that when there's an issue of guns, I'm sure my brother Otukono understands, say, as for bringing out guns during the election is not a good thing. I hope say we both agree on that. Because that's the only way we can send message to the supporters and people who have been mentioned.
But only people from the NDC
no, now say MPP Nibian Chito. Obia Chito join this registration. Now, Mr. Otokono bet you an example. Now, and also Yaka. Here who say NDC pulling gun no good, MPP pulling gun no good. Mama inquired. But you see, the president is in control of security in the country at the moment. So the president is the one who we can appeal to. Sabi, wouldn't say to me in another one country and say, on Shana etuni in free Ghana. Because he does not have the chief of defense staff. He does not have the BNI. He does not have the security apparatus. So between more information, any sign instruction. Say among corner among inside the free. It is a Mr. Jake I trust our letter here. To me, I think it should be welcomed by all Ghanaians. Say there's a problem. How do we solve it? Instead of Mr. Jake just going to complain willy-nilly, no. He has complained directly to the #1 gentleman of the land.
But
who is
I understand
president.
This is an open letter.
Yes, yes, that is
the 12 thing.
Yeah, open letter with an appeal to
Obuo the bomb and penia. I don't know one dress one fanko Usuabank.
Oh, into what will be our open letter to the president.
I mean, maybe
no. Your question is not. It's a distorted question.
No,
because what we be saying to me, so many answer. Me say question I will be say. Chere obu no. O chere so obi obetro open letter no. He has no respect.
No.
For the president.
Yeah, we can't assume in a certain.
And even use the word obu. Anko ye ne sanka ABI no so betia ye kwan foforo so.
Say,
but we can't obu
a how pa. Now open say omanpani 200 more no. Who you say koko no de command no. Oh, so
that's anko betia ko kan rally bi ase aye. Debi what they about as a press statement, a friend open letter. It's done all over the world. America, London, everywhere. Open letter to the president. Mainly, you are talking to the president about the issue, but you want Ghanaians to be aware of the contents of the letter. What is wrong with that?
Okay.
No, anytime about internet be a demonstration now. We are the petition.
But they send it to a government representative.
You. But then it's delivered to the government representative.
Into when, sir?
Remember, when it's read, that is given to the government representative. We are sending the message to the president through the press. That Mr. President, this is a continuing problem.
Right.
Please solve it.
Peter, sir, letter a open letter, senior year but President, what will be?
Kabani Dikai, ma menweshe nanado happy birthday. Na afese say na me sure say this year retire no. Ama politics no we jaye. Na meko jake issue no so no. Kaba ni my boyfriend and Marco Konde.
I mean,
yeah, oko a TV kohuno sio na waba na fa bibisa say o hwan ehunu sio nani. Sa game na MPP4 ene Jacob Echebilamte ene Ghana for a play no. Adenti na meka sa. Se wo hwe letter na o troye na wo hwe etu a o site sa amanfo etwetwetwe tu na. There is no guarantee say eyenokre. Having the benefit of hindsight, say just some few weeks ago, MPP4 be attack mu studios asempa. The next day, no, yenyina na doors go studio, mo management ni bebre studio. The next day, yes yo host no etwe tuo. Meanwhile, no, yenyina wo studio ho wantwe tuo. So with the benefit of hindsight, no, there is no way anybody can believe the comments of Jake say ebi match tuo. So that is the basis for writing this letter. In any case, omo former national chairman McMenu Peter enye ono ne ka say omo wo etuo e won sekan e wo weapons. 2012 elections no
interview no. I'm so what could turn out of context.
I listened to the interview. In fact, I have a copy of that interview.
I also have a copy.
And Kaba, o say omo wo etuo.
Oh, one kasa.
No church all die be die mu. Me sure say ye na yate.
Kaba no can den. And they refresh us because me, I have listened to the tape again and again and again. And he said, so omo wo etuo.
One kasa.
E wo omo ho. E wo sekan. They have weapons. So they have weapons. So if anybody
No. How? Did he say they have weapons?
Lawyer. This is a tape which has been played over.
Now someone's going to take tape, right? You know it's not true. So you have to tell him not to say this here.
And over again.
Mike, Bacho. Peter,
that was the basis. Okay, that was the basis. Emma, Koku Anyido ho. Eko there almost say omo weapons are.
One cast more weapons. Or say why all that be there because I don't want
weapons
because
McMenu
thank
you very much. So that is why I am surprised that is why I am surprised that you don't recall say McMenu ka so mu 2012.
Yes, I know kai.
Kaba, I am sure so be a wotie yen. I wotie McMenu tape no. He can judge for himself.
Right.
But moving on. What I'm saying is it is playing the ostrich. And I say MPP4 every play anumako kone and ebema omatro sa particular letter. Because everybody knows. Say President Mills. Yenye hwe kra no free time obe the leader of the NDC. You share the actions of President Mills, the actions of the NDC. There is no doubt say at any point in time, any election, Professor Mills epese asumdweba. And then in 2004, and yes, I Jacob Bilam Teyana declare results. When indeed ECN declare results, how they rigged the election. Now man for so NDC for Yakaso President Mills, me and Jin Tum Yen say President Mills say Monko. So President Mills we are in 2008. A bra MPP for F4 Kunya Sasso at their reggae election. Omamu ayu Sir Professor Mills ya and the catcher and crop for say Montomobo. Na elections no Nyankopon in the see him. So it is not true. Say President Mills is not committed. And I say President Mills and some no can
not in trouble. So Tokono, yes, sir, he's being intellectually dishonest.
But
because there were NDC people at the EC paying for blood. No, you see, let us talk the issue.
But some kind me metina sinti me msa no question bia
no. But I'm on to say during 2008 NDC did not.
But unim say yes no
Kaba you see. Mike, why? No, Casano. I disagree with you on so many scores.
Oh no, this is a problem that we must deal with.
Yes. I mean, that is a very
stop there.
President Mills, every single platform, our mounted from 2009 till this year, and I hope even the next platform he will mount. A program be Togo. I'm sure that if he gets the opportunity, he will talk about bringing peace. We will talk about protecting life and property.
It's not about talking.
And it is not the talking alone. Yeah. The state institutions are more home buying, about life and property home buying. Who compare MPP, any NDC, or 8 years, any 3 years. It is very, very uncomparable how President Mills, Etimia Resource Police for Amomu bulletproof jackets, forensic laboratories, giving them vehicles, through their salary, single spine salary structure, boosted their morale. Just about some 3 weeks ago, 6 March, the kind of display our security agencies including fire service, 152 fire tenders, and yet they are more, resourcing them, giving them the capability, the capacity, and the ability to protect life and property. This is the commitment we are talking about. Now, Jake can about small arms. Ore Fisher President Mills, ni AU address no come and almost say only schools under trees in the Kekeka. He was talking about small arms treaty.
UN rather.
UN. He was talking about small arms treaty and how we are doing it the Ghanaian way. You know about the Small Arms Commission, how they are working effectively. Just about 1 week ago, I was watching TV3, a documentary on small arms and blacksmiths and so on. And I heard several blacksmiths saying, until just recently, about a year or 2 ago, they never knew, even producing small arms was illegal.
Very true.
You understand? You watch it?
I watched it, yes.
You understand? So that is how we are fighting against even small arms. So this particular letter, it can best be described as playing the ostrich. But why? If we are talking about violence, and political party are perpetuating political violence in an election, which party in the history of this country can be compared to the MPP? From Nkrumah days, the way they were burning people, Tony Dukrapo, the Okane Yao about woman beer, Sebio and Predias, and Yedi Woma, a war, Nasiama, and Wuye, a Wukumasio baby. And how, and yes,
have you look at it?
No, during Nkrumah's time. No, during Nkrumah's time. No, more forefathers, UP time. You understand? In 1992.
Now 1979 when Kunkrofo Nkrumah.
Mike,
no, you see, no, but you see, this is cheap politics.
No, Mike, okay.
19, Okoka 19,
when your first 10 minutes, I'll ask the questions.
I know, but in Nkrumah, are we having a laugh?
Lawyer, you see,
no, is this a way to solve the gun problem?
This is the tolerance we are talking about.
Oh,
you see, this is the tolerance we are talking about.
I'm very surprised at your
Ni Amasana Mwale, yeah, offensive South by election. What the polling station and a police commander, ever swano. Se waye den you didn't cut to move for close to 6 hours. Oba ya na ni aye bibia wie aka results na wie. There was no polling agent in the stead of the MPP. Offensive by election. Baba Jama
owura Dambochi omusumu di biye no.
I don't recall.
I say,
no,
Jake extra letter no was cited examples only on the NDC side because we also know say there are equally same side or MPP side. You're taking it.
They are not same.
You're taking it from that level. No?
Yeah, that is what I'm doing.
But we are not in government. And only idea.
Come on, that is what I'm doing. I've built a point from some place, and I'm and I'm giving you this chronology. Baba Jama in Kranza South by election. You see, when you tip up, say Baba Jama, it poor kesiye, any bullets, any name of Bunikamu. I'm a regional commander. Any long convoy of about 8 cars, ebe cross over Bajama, actually no Kotu police station for 8 hours. Almost search car no nyina onim no mko ye. Akoko wato odekoye nkrakra ewofie. That is what happened under MPP. In 1992, if you are mintim your chairman, so okay is incident no. MPP for tax be a certain ablaze. Obi a onwu yo online omudi petrol enija fum ema o secure secondary injuries be even after edin kwa abrochi ne ma keka nyina wo hwere ne nkwa group on 1996 group on NDC activists be our rally e wo Kumasi a wo come back MPP for eto hye no so elenche no you understand so there have been so many instances but why look at the comments of even their flag bearer. As at February or March 2009, 3 months after losing the election. No, on multi-platform, I see, if we don't run the system the way they want, they will unleash the militants on their side, and he cannot control them.
And also, when you send your can, yes, I know who
Kabo is saying,
so if you don't control the system the way they want.
But Kaba send or can you may be
MDC4 supporters are attacking MPP4. And government and security agencies are sitting now almost ready. Now, so almost there, and almost so they will not almost militants on their side. If they rise up, almost so much to me can say almost so much. Oh, then yes, I'm not kind of son of Kano.
Militants
on their side.
Yes, I just want to say something.
Mike, and this is a bit distorted line of
1 minute more to wrap up.
And no Kodan Chenya. Omo flabera na wokosia party fo bi wokoforidia wo say 2012 elections no eti wakra di nachi omo stop no mrantie bi osi oni omo gban no ma bonasum enyenye say the fact say enyo na driving no be driving no two car ne quick and omo twa you turn sign ya na nka ade e beti onom no enya ade ketwa we saw what they did in Etiwa. Na flabera ekugina o say Etiwa cry ya kire bibi kakra wo ho and 2012 elections no all die obi a nyem be man si obi a wo mienu ni ne keka won ne keka won na wo keka sa hansem we a compared to his earlier statement and the statement by Omu Youth Organizer in September 2010 say if they don't declare the elections in their favor they will turn Ghana into Afghanistan.
But again
Kaba,
again.
you see,
Peter,
the way this voice,
Peter, be fair to the facts. I mean,
what did he say?
No, but
no, Kaba, you see me, I would want to me can correct. I will can you what you fa.
No, and then Niametia say, stating the facts.
Yes, but that is what he said.
Kabuka says and declare election in their favor.
Kaba, I don't have all the wisdom in the world. I might have even forgotten what.
Then don't say it.
Peter.
If you have forgotten, don't say it.
Kaba.
This is a serious platform.
Kaba,
you don't do that to me and our viewers.
Kaba, I might have forgotten. To kind your car and I'll just say now. Let everybody, because people have heard it. I have heard it. I know what I'm saying.
The election in the MPP's favor, they will turn this country into Afghanistan.
What about near Kennedy, Japan, just recently? What did he say?
So how do we solve the problem? Do we solve the problem?
You see, I am telling you why the statement you wrote is playing the ostrich.
We are moving forward.
No, I'm telling you why the statement you wrote, is playing the ostrich. You understand?
So how do we solve it?
By playing the ostrich? The MPP itself.
How do we solve it?
Mike,
what the solution?
Mike, Manu,
Oh, 1 minute.
Haven't I told you how President Mills have solved that problem of small arms? Haven't I told you how we are committed to peace in this election? I am telling you why the letter is playing the ostrich. Omo rally ewo Manchagbona just a few weeks ago. They bent every single signboard of the NDC. It removed every single flag of the NDC.
That's not true.
N1 highway. Yeah, commission no. Obekaya NDC force a flag wo ho nyina. Just 1 week after the celebration, MPP for yini and replaced with their flags. Look, Kaba, when you want equity, he who seeks equity must come with clean hands. Let Anna J. Catrono, let Anna any comments MPP for ye and that man you say you bear violent, man you say you bear violent. They are just creating the necessary conditions to justify what they are planning to do in the 2012 election.
But I say, if I text messages about Emrem or say, please, Adom TV, can you please? Of course, we'll
text about Sebatana take it away.
As I'm Korea, Yababa, so Yatwaso. Can you turn the volume higher? We love the program. And I want to and come up. Because, okay, any check it one cast outside in here. It be an issue because a volume and kama also, why is the NDC always interested in foreigners voting for them? But we allegation. How do you know say NDC na foreigners to Obama? Of course, we allegations. We won't entertain it here. The manner in which the NDC MPs are doing to the security men are not good. God help them. From Michael, from Fumbisi. Come on, the people of Akem Kwantanan have been deprived from the biometric registration for 3 days with a spoiled, what's that? With what? What? Alaji, I mean.
With a spoiled machine, maybe. So that
okay, machine in your juma. Sana Pusoche. Alaji, I mean, Sam Fabry, now. 2 p.m. Blessed son of Atamils, Asante Mampo, MPP can do their worst by choosing their running mate or driver. Still, victory is a great party, NDC. Or say, Jackie Yai Saka Mona we a house out Timika house no die be die Kumo Badwam answer not if you buy. Also the MPP has threatened to beat up Galamsey Ototo people who take part in the biometric registration upper Dentra East. Maintain how can I say MPP for some babo Galamsey for no sir Omomba registration be okay. Yesterday I asked Anita to define propaganda in Chi, but I didn't let her why. I'll send you to court for causing financial loss to my credit. Ben Boase. Kaba, please tell the government to pay us 3 years after midwifery school, no salary. 2012 has come, elections is coming by KKD from Bolga. NDC is no more in Bimbala because of the DCE. The NDC will lose the 2012 elections. Their attitude looks like the impudence of dying cockroach. Good morning, Nana Akufu Ado, King Nabuta Kumada and Adeba Kaba. Can you imagine that some people in Nzima are Bacho. I don't entertain it here, crap. Kaba, I wrote 15 interesting movies down. Please help me to get a film producer. My number is Tadado. But you barely beat me. I have found. We want to call you, but it's not coming. Please. As for me, I will vote. No Mills, no vote from Tess, Boko, and Odifi by. From original Ajiman of Club 600, KK, political party NDC with unprecedented. Professor Mills and his NDC has totally disappointed Ghanaians, so they should stop. Or say, who will leave Barcelona or AC Milan? AC Milan will leave. Okay. Please ask the government what time they will pay army pensioners back pay from Asante in Sinyai. And I'll say, oh, what a precedent Ghana has ever had. Mills, better Ghana tend to bitter Ghana from Vegbodo of Chito in the Volta region. Kaba, I asked you to show me where in Takwa I can get the green moringa to buy. Okay, maybe sir, Bacho, maybe sir, Nedia, Memo answer, sorry. President Mills should walk his talk. Isn't he aware of guns some of the NDC supporters pulled at Kumasi on the ongoing registration? What is he doing about it? Alice in Takra. Kaba, please let Otu Kuno define propaganda in chief for me. and we'll get propaganda chairman to go. Okay, and will the propaganda chairman go to heaven if God comes?
Even pastors are propagandists. About him say pastors or me
propaganda nanya de bon you. Bia nipa na o kan no bia obedane na ama aye bibi.
I had to say
propaganda nanya de bon. Propaganda is propagating.
No, propagate. No. Words mean nothing except in the context in which they are used.
I agree.
So if you say you fool, you can mean the person is funny. But you can fool and the person is stupid. So in this case, we are talking about propaganda. Girls, yes. And I'm saying, bro, food your own. Anyway. The question will be, will you go to heaven?
Come on, if they say the NDC can win the election without the Rawlings, it's a lie. Because the MP at Prestia is using JJ's picture on his posters. Using a different Prestia. But Nanado will do Ghanaians a lot of good if he chooses a running mate who identify himself with the people in northern region from Zay in Adabraka. Kaba, Jake's letter is an exaggeration. He just wants to justify MPP's all die be die deadly slogan. Kumsin in a Jumako. The NDC should not be complacent about what Uncle Ben has said. They should work hard for victory in December. From Isaac Blay in Takrade. Kaba asked Otukuno if he lived in Tamale when he was young. He resembles a friend of mine, Dave, in the Takwade. But what's not Tamale da?
David.
Okay, but you're Dave in your noa. Kaba, I'm afraid to come to Sunafo South. How Deputy Regional Minister Erikopuku is another allegation. Allegation Muja Chibe in Kukum. Please, Nanado, no absentee running mate. So watch out. And on the about Kaba. Do you know that the MP for Sunafo South was beaten by some soldiers who were with the DC and arrested our party chairman? We've been advised else what will happen. You come in Sunafo South. Kaba, Jake's letter is an exaggeration. You just want, okay, I think that we've taken this one. Kaba, why are you surprised about Tutukuno's behavior in the studio? It's a crystal clear that the NDC is do. Kaba, the NDC MP for K2 North has taken us for granted. We have decided to vote for a young, dynamic, and caring Pius Fufu Hadeji as our new MP from Sefako in Georgia. Otukuno, okay, I think George in Kumasi, Mr. President, we are hoping this time you will act on the powerful statement by the MPP National Chairman because the misconduct is becoming serious in this country. Agaras in the Dufi Bembela. So text messages. So make us say good side the Bedroom Comedy, but quick wrap up on this one and now you move on.
Oh, maybe in fact we are very quick wrap up. It's Sunafo South MP no NDC.
Me name. I don't know.
And we are getting a text message that the DC and the MP have had a fracas.
The producer.
All I'm just saying is that this is a problem that needs to be solved. And President Mills must take charge of the imminent threats of security. Once that is done, there should be no problem.
Peter, you wrap up.
Kaba, I say points are not me, no. I say,
but I've been informed, say, Sunafo South, MPP, MP no, and MPP.
Yeah.
So the DC who attacked, so this is the worst in let me just extend on something.
No, but
say, about George Yabuachi.
So that means that and the DC is
NDC, of course.
Look at this.
Naturally.
Kaba, a month for Bebre ente near me can ase. Near me patching in an essay. MP4 cannot play the angels when it comes to political violence. Because clearly that is what they are trying to do. And that is the agenda. There is attempt via to rehabilitate their image when it comes to political violence. And that is what this letter is seeking to do. And me who se Ghana phone also enwechiri. Other than that, enche you. Bese na otu bese miensa na nine. And omu for organizer. Any Jombo deputy communication director. Eddie tax and Edebe attack as Empa Studios just 3 weeks ago. And these people, oh, Miss Rao, how distort to me.
No, because I was also a lawyer for another part who was actually voted out of a studio.
Mike, you know, Mike, I beg you.
No, but don't do that.
In this
because we are still cheap politics, we should move on.
Woko Bantama, polling station TP 1305. One of the schools, I've forgotten the name of the school. You're pulling agent over Hono. Oma hekel na train free honomo and then 3 days. Emma registration no went to me and supervise it. In Brantie bi wo notness bi eba so mbe register kaba mami mbo
you remember biometric I didn't want you to go there.
You don't want me to go there.
But
no, you see the violence and
you
the
perpetuation.
Okay, now me say okay biometric what statement no say biometric no amount for us.
But you remember biometric you do one and patch all that why. That's it. Mami ka say Eden Financial Services so you saying Eden Micro Finance for so you saying na we are say we no aboa tati aposto didi a wodi bitu nchen na ochena wakwa akofa na ye nipa da sani nyankopon ama enyansa ama eti kakra edi esi etiri so e na didi amfa bi nto ho enu nti sika no nya akra peso akra na ope kakra na ade akoto na achi wakofa na ade abo enu nti Eden Micro Finance for so mbeboa ama sesike ya chiche guon kakra ko sise betimi awo na ama obebre ye Eden Foundation Eden koso Eden Tuma Promotion and afi dada susu ya ono so mo ye na aniji sem se oba eba bi sika ho a collateral wo hia guarantor wo hia na commitment fee on loans bia so ehia na de chem so ko from Kumase wo mo ewo branch ewo ho Tafo opposite multi credit to branch ho Tanaso branch ho ya Santoa Sokoban village Asafo market adjacent Achemfu hotel ena afi afo nkwanta nkare bi ho efijasi ebi ho Boase adjacent Santiago building Central Market and afi bibiani woman fire service for the DNM new edibiase bi ho don't pass wechi Rolling Spark nanu ya no be branch and afi circle and adun call fin from 0548 416292 0548 416292 yenye omkrato mra ye ba ye be moving on to Nanado selection of running mate and it matters arising now o text messages no ya kenkan ya basisia kwa biamede ba bejom jumedie so we yani owura Peter Boama Otukuno member of government communication team and afin no lawyer Michael Koe Jr. deputy Greater Accra secretary edema NPP enkomodi eguso aye ko ni abesene ko violence ene hunkomodi a owura Kobechi Bilam theatre ho krata de akoma mampani ye be move on still with the NPP na ene ena nyame Adom abrabi pumakwa muma NPP for a select on running mate say Nanado share Council of Elders, you know, to my say by the end of the first quarter, na Saturday and Timia Baso, and ne ochna na first quarter ya ende. And then so NPP National Executive Council for Ayo Mushe Mudi Enti Odi Bako Ebo Mienuma na kwako emiensa na wa ultimi add on. But on the heels of that, enu di ne chia pepepe, penifobia shase kasa. Ebi no ra PC appeal for you. Was it Ade Nanado? Aden dear partner how Papa we dear no de boa wo 2008 so I was akofa no aba we absentee your friends and running mate ye to abawi a pabam e na okotena Zimbabwe e no wo twa nanum wo di dollars afi was akofa na ba biem dear mo apa e no de ba be boa NPP Peter oni OPC e ya adwen
kaba ni edi kan em say PC cannot be any extraordinarily right. Wahiti the nail right on his head. Nienti America sa no. MPP for a person mu yom running mate. Nka me am in this in family ho because obi ombe yi na babia no.
Mo chibeka form.
Mo chibeka form. So mo kofa president Kufo. So mo kofa JB Dankwa say bi oni ontias bi mo mo kofa obi a no mo de ne be running mate. Will win them again and again and again. But what is critical is the comments and the discussions that are coming up. Ubekaya, so what kind attacking the book now?
Chasing the elephant
into the bush. 2008, when Nanado was selecting the running mate, so many controversies. And my mom for be raising concerns about the candidature of Bawumia. PC appeal for recount or no attacking the no count and so many people. But because
JH Mensa
the son and say Krawasa Kasa. I remember dear free on Maba. So constantly, there is a belief, say Bawumia does not add anything to Nana Akufo-Addo. What kind of chasing the elephant into the bush in Swa? According to Ata Kennedy, Nana Akufo-Addo hankasa kase, ono or selective running mate, on selective obia, or presidential ambition in the party. And again, on selective obia, because when him say running mate, they don't add too much to the election. That is the comment of Nana Akufo-Addo according to Ata Kennedy. Okay, page 75 for the page 80 honoma. You understand? So clearly, the selection of the running mate of the MPP is not based on say omubetimi ama saa nipa no akosi any change in the electoral fortunes of the MPP.
So what then would Nana Addo be looking for in Bawumia?
Well, I don't know, but according to Ata Kennedy in the same book, what he revealed, and he said he is the choice of some people who are senior advisors to the flag bearer, like Ken Ofori-Atta and so on. Say he is their choice. So no matter what, he should be the running mate. And that comes to put the question of the flag bearer of the MPP's judgment on the floor for discussion. I must say, President Mills is not a man of himself. President Mills will be controlled, he will be puddeled. Ubeka almost 2,800 President Mills not in a voice, will be a gate na President Rollins na abesim. And President Mills bet na bemuno. Before no, will say President Mills wasn't a puddle after all. Gabriel Chidako crab a patch. Say, or patch also cast President Mills a puddle. But what is coming up rather is that Nana Akufo-Addo is a puddle. Yes, that is what is coming up right now. Because according to Ata Kennedy,
apologize to President Mills for those comments.
Yes.
But sure so we are aware.
Yeah, that is what, and I mean make reference to someone who says Sisiano. President Mills was not a poodle after all. But Sisiano, what is coming up, according to Ata Kennedy, say Bawumia Ken Ofori-Atta choice, and they are the people who control, who do the advisory and all those things. Nana Addo would have to necessarily pick him. It is coming up. Nana Akufo-Addo is not a man of himself. You understand? And that is a very significant point that we have to make. That aside, there was this comment by a PCRP for Yenra. So, Bawumia kra na busuafo nyina ye NDC for nti ya den na SCF no as running mate, and that anybody over the people mu a just na busuani ye NDC for there, they cannot be trusted. And I thought that was very frightening. That is very worrying, because my very good brother will be to say Abujina Pomo omu nuanom wo NDC omu family nyina ye NDC for no, then you are telling them that they have no future in the party. So omu tie ye ne ehwe ya nopai Ghana fo ebeto aba omo dwen say omo be join politics mrantie ene mabaawa omo ba politics omo dwen so omo be join MPP no. This is what the MPP psychology is. This is what PCRP for is telling the people. That aside, Kaba, me Bawumia yet never running mate 2012 election. We will not be worried. Because even yet to about when the Bushiyama say to Bawumia so about as running mate and as vice president, he will lose.
How did he?
Because in the Bushiyama NDC for, you understand? He will lose even in the house, in his whole family. You get me? And what we are going into the elections with is not the concern of MPP, flag bearer, and their running mate. The achievements that we've made in this country, the unprecedented achievements, and not any other called 2012 elections. Achievements be to say we share district hospitals are yes, 5 new polyclinics in the northern region. Oko Karaga Polyclinic, Pandai Polyclinic, Tatale Polyclinic, Janga Polyclinic, Tripone Polyclinic. Any other 5 polyclinics are yes, see a biwo which out Honomon and Nana Akufo-Addo promise free university education 2008. So Kaya, so I didn't know GN story. Babile, Ko, Lambusi, and a high you see polytechnics, and I think these are the things that people are going to vote for. A number of health facilities I see across the country. We share the rehabilitation of the 90 district hospitals. I don't know NDC one. Yes, see, I think that is what the people are going to vote on.
Right, Peter.
The people are also going to vote on the fact say, people are saving a lot of money because of the policies and initiatives I had about. I first 6 months near starting my free school uniform, and my free exercise books, AC schools under trees. Many workers say yes, see over 1,700 schools under trees. I connected 1,700 communities to electricity, to the national grid.
Mr. One final question about me, who any experience, any expertise, Niama was seeing any new deal, banking and finance industry. So I deputy governor that any only say share any experiences or not, or the sa nimdian one bit me about Buana Nado. Sir, the quest to become president in
Kaba, even that even makes the situation worse. Because not Bawemia a deputy Bank of Ghana director. You name is a Bank of Ghana, so say Bassa economy ni begina, ejina omu initiatives, any monetary policy committee, omu share any and the Bema economy negina. What was the state of the economy under President Kufuor, under the MPP, when Bawumia was the deputy director of Bank of Ghana?
Nanye.
Very embarrassing.
Nanye.
Very, very, very embarrassing.
MPP for a fee office, not your economy a grow from 4 to almost 30 billion.
Oh,
Nanye.
MPP for a free office. No, our economy was in the emergency room, limping, crying. It took NDC. Omuja inflation 18.1%. Budget deficit 14.5 on fiscal basis. On current account basis 22.4. Very limping. We share economic convergence criteria. Ni ashisha ma ye ho a. No mu miti ba kokra. Many workers say inflation
8.6.
8.6. You maintain this a single digit no for almost 22 months, getting to 2 years. Under the MPP, 8 years, when Bawumia was Bank of Ghana director, how many times were they able to get single-digit inflation?
When indeed, for you, when Bawumia, indeed,
no, but when indeed, Osho budget, Tobo Nafa budget 2001 to 2008, every single year they made a promise and expectation of getting a single-digit inflation. And they never achieved that.
No,
so
never. One month.
Oh, Omunya 1 month. Oh, okay. Oh, Omunya.
No, be fair to the facts.
Okay. No,
1 month.
No, in fact, I didn't know until the okay month. But that aside, let's assume so Omunya 1 month, 1 month, 8 years.
Yes.
Which a comment I say double economy from 4 billion to a year. Within 1992 to 2000, how many times we doubled the economy to about 4 billion?
No.
Lawyer, Dr. Otamason, what can serve for 12 minutes?
Okay,
now we're more 10, but what can serve for 12? Me watch it time. Because we're starting with our time.
Yeah, no problem.
Baby, vandalism tactics. But lawyer, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, as far as Peter is concerned, said Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia Obe, and ya di bom hubia, it's answer 2008, almost the mochika for my brother Bawumia account. PC appeal for it doesn't seem to agree, say, Nanado Ibefa, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, as answer, on fire, embre ticket, hamo.
Oh, one say, yes, dear, meaning say, Asante, Hinikra, Mukuyina. Ebusimu kra na ebimu pewe anabwa enti se Mr. PC appear for your no pe obi fufro na ofi se Mr. Bawumia nkwa dodo onu fi se ono kwa eye na so mu choose no dia me dem fi se no
DH Mensa doesn't agree
and am kind no so say ono so example
but these are hardcore party leaders mpanifo a one more party no mu kasa or party no DH Mensa was your minority leader for a very long time, senior minister for a very long time, senior cabinet.
We also have 12 minutes on that. Don't
but questions are
good question. And if you notice to accommodate them, accommodate the question nice because then I'll be a question. What applies to PC appeal for it applies to JH Mensa because there are also hardcore people in the party who would also support the candidates that will be chosen. As of now, in Nimse about me, but let's say Seba, are they synchrophobia and supporting a cover? Intendo de enyehu. So by all means, no, the here say unlike NDC, so with the movie primary scrap, not factions at the home at least MPP, you hear na in Kabom, all hands on deck, na ye koyinim. Na minia kebibi about Mr. Baumi or Kwa Bruchi, this is Mr. Baumi or Kwa Bruchi, one conantin until Kwao.
Oh no, I never talked about him.
Maybe use that as a question for him.
Say
or Zimbabwe, South African Development Bank, Juma.
Yo,
Musu elections, you know, or
yes, or call you know, Anka Obitvi, I hang around. Yeah, ground politics in your Mandanado, CCCR, then Pese Bear to say me promise will be yeah. But in the meantime, also Konaku Sianya maybe bra, or Fabi Kahun, ideas.
So
or call ADB.
So is he the one who will be chosen? Are you saying he's the one?
Yes, circulations. I don't know, but let's see.
Let's see. Okay.
Let's see, because you see at the end, we don't know who will be. But let us just say, for argument's sake, it is Baumia. Or call ADB representative, country representative, the whole of Zimbabwe. And I'm big post. Okoye Juma fine. Wasamba. Intiano de Dr. Baumia, Yamenko Sunishrao. Na sena nyamiama onimdie ni humahunu no sa nyame nyina ebe boa Ghana that could be. Now ye say Dr. Baumia on far away my me dia me mum dia enyame na ma betena ha defend Dr. Baumia because Andrews Derry Jawula omunyina mo various good things about them. But in Mr. Baumia's case, do you know that in 2008 Kaba we won the first round. We won the first round 49 point something percent. I say constitution they can 50% and ke winning. On that same ticket. Yes, no.
But more meeting constitutional requirement.
No. Yes. But we are there. We were first. The same ticket. That same ticket too. Do you know Dr. Baumia got the highest MPP as a party has ever got in the northern region, the 3 northern regions? So for me, that ticket achieved a lot. Of course, it was not enough, but they achieved a lot and they virtually almost won it for us. We know second round dynamics. I know Kobisa Senegal president, Kobisa President Rawlings. When you are usually incumbent government, I'm going second round there. It goes against you. It's you know the say it went against us. But more beyond now, I need to say Dr. Bamiani and Akufo-Addo. Did you not see the amount of MPs who lost their seat? But they almost won. It is our MPs, no. Omo Ghana sisi aro mumo no omo yiro mo mwa nanado any Baumia ticket. Because our tickets need the NDC, they will see that this is the real deal. Almost throw any tickets. Say eba na eyo eno no mbehu say enyo work it that this way. Now can we be about this pudu issue? Let me say when Tie Gabi Dana Gabi Kasai no. Gabi said, we thought President Rawlings was going to control him. And then it's okay. And in that regard, then I'm sorry that I made an assertion that he's going to be a poodle in that regard. But on no go ahead, I can friend Nanado poodle no. Maybe I know you problem.
No, me friend poodle. Me see he's appearing.
Na omo kase. Ken Oforiata.
Also, Nanado is a poodle. I mean,
on so betimi aka say Nanado is a poodle.
Thank you.
Even I said that it's appearing to be a poodle.
Yes, okay. So, and I make us say Gabi so say Mills is appearing to be a poodle, but with a different master.
Gabi can definitive. Gabi was very definite. Said candidate Mills was a poodle of Rawlings.
Was a poodle of Rawlings. Yes. Was our Asempa program to say he got the poodle master wrong. First, Phil say, neighbor, Uncle Bear Rawlings. As for that one, he must apologize.
Yes.
Then he added, but now they realize that there's a different puppet master. And now it is rather what we call the Gang of Four. Ahoy, Totobi, Kwache, Kwamina, and this. Now it's different masters of President Mills. We all thought that President Mills was going to be controlled by the Jellicope Mafia. And but he's still being controlled by the Fanti Confederacy. with Mr. PV being co-opted into it. And are we not hearing all these allegations? Say, oh, Mr. Donkey, one call Mr. Donkey, who are president in Yayete. Oh, Yati will be
No, who is Mr. Donkey?
And not at all any nickname.
Who is
Donkey, we need promoter and
the boxing promoter.
Good, the TV, I don't say
Ghana, one of your friends are.
Donkey, oh, Mr. Tuawe, and the nickname.
I mean, just
one of the man.
Oh, now Donkey, what do you mean? I mean, can't just look at that. Oh, are they? Oh, say on the TV, yeah, white.
I want
Donkey is Susanna and the TV here. That's all. And your insult is hairstyle. Where's your problem? Baby, we won't do that kind of thing. Until they make kind of say.
I thought you said you don't.
No, it's not name. It's a nickname.
Nickname, I want the man now. No one I accept.
Now, that. Oh, now because it's a nickname. Say, Sana Maxi say your friend, Mr. Tuawe. But what there's a maca donkey now say a insulter within the machiasen. Because I don't mean to offend anybody. Donkey is not an insult. In fact, it's a nickname. Oh, all I'm saying is, in this case, we have heard all the strings being pulled. Are they funk of Omanka? Omanka says is being controlled by certain greedy bastards. Omokai. And so on and so forth. You know, the difference is that poodle with different poodle master. First, if you say a poodle near Kabadia, but see who say poodle near Tokono, Mumdia. But say still now a poodle situation. In the media, Tokono don't go there. Say Kenofuyata ama input into vice presidency. The Oma president instruction.
So you know he didn't deny that Nanado may be a poodle because Kenofuyata decided.
So in that case,
so in that case, the logic behind saying separate those who
say
the logic behind saying they are crossing the
poodle situation. And I say poodle no a different poodle master. That's all.
Okay.
When so you ask him.
Okay, so let's move on.
And I can say whether the fish swallow Jonah or Jonah swallow the fish, there was a swallow.
But that's it.
So, what
time was it? 27.
That's it. 12 minutes.
24.
12 minutes.
24.
Oh, my land on this. Oh, David, too. Now, medium patcho economy.
Oh, that's Akosia Katu. Almost president. Sorry, almost boni paraba.
Economy.
Go on, Mobiadi.
Medium Mekacho Tokono said, don't go there. Sana Fifi Quete Beye, ya. Don't wait to the fast in Abigua, na Ukugun.
Oh, but that was very embarrassing.
Say, Che, Ghana ha yina yoha. You economy no NDC time. You economy.
No, cited Dr. Bawumia's role.
Yes,
as a deputy governor.
Dr. Bawumia,
any recorder, Muja Hodema, NDC. And what's no.
And Dr. Bawumia's role was fantastic. Dr. Bawumia's role was an enviable record. In that
you could
achieve that if you have 40,
only one man.
Maybe 40. There be 40. Till every baby I want now be aden kaba. Says see we person far there was through. Na ujina shoulder so we draw on them. Na nipa kro ni jina forma. E be dey no far there was through. You free 40 and say about 18. It was a single digit easy.
The point is that the share budget team say every year can
we trying to
per single digit.
But half fee. Meboa. And almost by mine then. Half. Meboa. Half
in 3 years.
Good. It's not
done well.
They've done well. We have even done better.
The
only problem
text
is
messages Ottawa so.
No,
the
no
only problem. Kaba, what the MPP is doing in the ND weapons that were used in 2003, Jake was the Minister of Information. Okay, what happened from Joshua and Sisala West? Jake has sent a copy to the president. Yeah, you're sure about that. Can I stop answering questions for the MPP? Because he from him, because I don't sit here to answer anybody's question. I only sit here to ask questions. Maybe so. Come on, I'm watching my president, Nana Akufo-Addo, happy birthday. Nana should relax and sleep well because he win the next election. Kofi churches in a Dubai. Come on, tell Michael Quay he should stop what he's saying about all the IBDI because it won't help him at all. Long live the NDC. Fiscal Yamwa Aguna Sredo. Come on, tell Michael Quay Jr. to allow his co-discussant to speak whilst he waits for his turn. Amen. Opusu Mankesim Nedibai. Males have divided the NDC and must not divide the nation for us. thanks to the MPP man. MPP must listen. What the NDC is saying, and the NDC are true. Idrisu in a different BBN Erebai. Other ones, Kaba, unfortunately, the NDC cannot talk without lying. It's serious. They should know their time is up. Kofi Ndifi Takwadebai. Kaba, answer this question for me. Are you a politician or a journalist? I'm a journalist. Answered. Kaba, blame our police for their guns. They have been reduced to political police, arresting drivers without spare tires and leaving political gangsters. Ima and Takwa. Ima, this one I disagree. Say, obi any spare tire. See a channel. Oh, konya accident. I want to be. Enye nunkwa. Omuye juma. Bete Gambo from Kukum. Or say it's an MPP boy called or say who pulled a gun and they think we have forgotten about a boy called Kweku Protwa or that Machete who cut away an NDC man. Okay. Okay. Me knew about that one. Kaba, if truly police are motivated, how come they are still at the roadside collecting money from faulted vehicle drivers? Kaba, Otukuno is okay, I'm bacho. Michael Quay Jr., if you know the president is commander-in-chief and should make sure there is peace in country, why is the MPP then afraid of the special forces? Smith in Hohoi. Please, Kaba, ask Otukuno to speak to the issue and stop the propaganda. Jonas Edifi Axim buy. Also the text message by wrap up 1 minute and you move on to your next issue. Benefit on the NDC.
Kabanka, me pese me bo quick bi. Na Michael Kwe say and about we mo inflation free 40 to about 18. Na the rate fi say so inflation free 125% and about 40 no.
In what year?
No, the rate fi.
In what year?
From 1981.
No, 83 na 120.
I say go do 120 because mu koye ku. But Lima on 120. Yes, 1983. 1981. It wasn't 120.
But allow me to make my point.
And it's who was saying now. 1981.
That is significant. 1992 to 2000. Your GDP no, your double no, close to about 800%. You understand? That aside, Mami make a point to be very clear. 2012 elections now you come on. We are going into the election not because you didn't say ya nya de ne ko paga na fo acha say the na president Kufo ne Gladys Asma mo na 2008 omo patch on. We are presenting
Gladys Asma because Christian Church.
We are presenting what we have done for the people. Our campaign will be based on the community hospitals, that the 100-bed hospital and malaria research center attached.
I'm saying no person count presidential achievement.
Unprecedented achievement.
Time,
our campaign will be based on the community hospital. Community hospital now I build the ward denta. Our campaign will be based on the 21 health centers I have built all across the country. Our campaign will be based on the National Ambulance Service. I am 160 ambulances. Just last 3 days, almost had the new ones about Parliament House.
1 minute now.
Michael Quay also now driving through the Parliament House.
1 minute. Yeah, wrap up on this.
So these are the things we are going to campaign on. And I'm assuring the MPP on any day, if a free and fair election is held in Ghana, then this will win again and again and again and again. And I'm telling you, so this year, no, a one man, one vote.
Me da say, Mike, 1 minute.
Na say ano na they can say we skinny and so we are we scout butu. Inti na ano how they can say free and fair election be winning no be winning. Ghana for ku kromuti no de. Eno de omo tweet here President Mills. No omo tun so amanda na Adom Danko Akufo-Addo abaye president of Ghana no de agye. Isane say yeah bro ye me ekuku ye pa adena ye kasa. Or see the election be won or what? The election is going to be run by the MPP like this. NDC MPP government has expanded health facilities in this country. In 7 years, we have constructed 205 new hospitals.
Documents when our country.
Our clinics, 310
documents
manifesto
for
2000 public document.
2008.
Yes.
Okay.
Manifesto
Achievements. Yes.
Okay,
310 key district hospitals in Eastern, Volta, Northern.
Hey,
48
how many
clinics.
districts? Yeah, we have
upgraded.
170 districts, and you built 310 district hospitals.
Oh, maybe.
Can you imagine?
310 key hospitals in districts. I don't just say yes, you know, one per district. Oh, this is bro.
MPP. We have 170 districts, and you built 310 hospitals.
48 clinics are upgraded, 33 hospitals and clinics, complete rehabilitation, and so on and so forth. We have also built 6 new clinics, which were done at Karaga, Bandai, Tatale, Bupe, Janga, and Tripoli.
Can do without the Rollins. Thank you very much. NDC ISA, President Mills ISA, and Ura Benefsin said, Babia Aquacudro no. NDC they can do without the Rollins. You know, Kwanaka, Dr. Pesa White, political or a lecturer or University of Ghana. One also this has been so atuja. Saying the NDC can do without the Rollins. So almost strategize here. Bit me Dunkunima, or Mampenda that Rollins cry and find more and farmer and my Babuamu. Now we know back on the back of suspension of Ura Adams. Any Manchagbo na rally Mkoya Mampenda that Rollins uncle. The question among Fubisan say, ain't Sir Kobasa President Rollins, Anya campaign and farmer NDC, what will be their stand? Mepacho, can you do without the Rollinses? Or 5 minutes, it's answer me time also.
Kaba, near the kind. Said the American. So we share Jumadi our President Mills. 3 years back. Wabedi a woman Hanama. There is no doubt. Say Ghana Nibia, including Michael Kwe, in the sober moments or shining demon, would believe and would think and would want to give President Mills a second term. Because a 3 years punia, and ye amount 8 years there, and ye said the way I bet than your man, I could room pempen so I perceive Druno, and yet it will be beyond expectation. You understand? So we share Kofi Adams and some now okay no e tape no so allegedly. Party a suspending na. Party and they taking the decision. Party doing say comments now okay no. It doesn't help the situation. And no more taking decision to deal with Kofi Adams. It is not about government. It is not about President Mills. Fortunately or unfortunately, no, President Mills was not in that meeting. I am very sure Senate President Rollins no meeting no na no pentema ko binti he left. No, but that is
oh,
Mike,
but he shouldn't do that.
But ubenya 10 me time ya sunti.
Na correct
no.
And I
back and forth sir Abraham Pacho.
And maybe back correct no because you can't about
me meeting I wasn't there. How can I correct him how when I was
there? Me nwanwa e wade we nyina mu any the we as see Michael Kwe money MP before na Danny spokesperson of former president.
No, we are not, but the whole facts is wrong.
Mike, but we need time.
And no dey hear me nwanwa chain bibia. Nkofo e advert. Say President Mills my and to aba man because ye to aba man na to aba ma Rollins. Sisi ya no omo no mo ye the champions of former president Rollins. Na meka assemble akubipe. Se we ye Catholic ni na omo a omo be praise wu nyina esom tigare a hwe bibi ye. Se we ye presby ana Pentecost ni na womo ka se wo de wo ya de pankwa omo nyina ye SDF a eno so say butimi ehwe ni ye 2012 elections na ye komu no former president Rollins is the founder of the National Democratic Congress. He remains the founder of the National Democratic Congress.
Because Betty Mo,
oh yeah, Obia, you're a VN Wendisimu, from head to toe, from President Mills to the last person. Yenina NDC, Chino, he is one of the strongest motivation into the joining NDC. But Kaba, one thing that we all know also, and it's a NDC is a political party. You understand? NDC is a political party, and we are committed to the NDC and the NDC as a political party.
Rollins in Sinchen, Senia, Benessing, any Dr. White and
on any day, if President Mills or President Rollins decides to hold any rally, to organize any party festivals, decide to campaign, it will be great. We all support, because politics is about numbers.
If he doesn't,
what it does is that we continue and forge forward, because he may have challenges. You see how him say age so is not on his side. Wagogo kakra energy no ensure the new. So we understand.
President Mills in Niger.
So we understand. We understand if he is not able to campaign as before. But as I've said, 2012 elections, based on the unprecedented achievements that President Mills have done. The achievements we have done in...
I've been notified. But you also two. Mike also two. Oh yeah, two from 48.
47. Oh,
from saying. Oh, oh,
because time now, 47. And I'm crying out. I was even prompting you.
Kasa, you see, the argument how you cry now. You spend your time. Kasa.
Next time,
Kasa.
Program here.
Yeah, okay, time home. Kasa. Because now, okay, now what we see almost one minute ago.
And then, media President Mills, assembly here cano, and yes, say you support President Rollins. You catch a Ghana for say since President Mills. A buyer as candidate of NDC. Look at the chaos in his party. No wonder Ghana is in chaos. Ade, Obera Samoa, Gusitano, Francis CM, Bid Ziding, Kwesibo Tree. Only every party because of President Mills.
That's all.
President Rollins cry. And that's all about
President Mills.
Yeah, chop time. In the end, remember. But me the issue they say, if we are looking at one president, one leader, who buy. To the extent say even the founder, and I'm very happy say Mr. Otokono, but the Mr. Kennedy Ubua me woman no, Mr. Otokono. I can say the founder of the party is Rollins. Why you are there? Because Betty Mo say yes sir. Betty Mo say the founders were more than one.
Or say they are founding fathers.
Well, now Nikru Kao now he's not one founder, but now there's Otokono can say he's the founder. At least no cre ever one or two. This the Otukuna can't no crave fine at the end of the program. Say man challenging no, sometimes no, because one kind of wrong. Now, unprecedented.
Because our interjective because Betty mode.
Me for also. Now unprecedented no. Hey, so where the munya you so. Now me the Makasa President Mills is going to be unprecedented president. In that first president to lose first term. That's the first unprecedented. Also the first president unprecedented. Wakotia abaisika over 50 million. Nipa kroni ni contract.
Court.
Unprecedented. Oh, so you tiewi. Ebi mo sorrow say judgment debt. We judge order the rest of the payment. Judge no, or see stay of execution. And I'm go fair chain, I'm go to scano. But mo ye meeting. Government went to pay that money behind the judge's back. So it's not a judgment debt. Also mo tias here. No more can say it was out of court settlement.
Into where you are saying some money no still munjai.
Oh, yeah, mo kan from 2000.
Baby, idea some money. Obi amu ane eyi mu nyina ho aso so mo money.
Obi amu wan podcast enti obi eska o. Ono oni say to me no. Mo crofo mo to me na mo three say eska no. Enti say eska no famra. Na me ka say enye judgment the Ghana for mo ntiase. Out of court settlement. Out of court by who? By NDC appointees.
Right.
Now, oh, akakakra.
No, akakakra.
Oh, mami,
akakakra.
Mami round up.
Rapia.
Kaba ye dik Michael Kwe
NHIS. Ye ina ehu. for card call Legon University Hospital. Yeah, school feeding program.
It is not true.
It is not true.
Kaba,
3
me
months.
use NHIS, Legon, and I'm a call hospital. I've been using it.
Yo,
No,
No, it's me when I was in
say
school.
who use NHIS card or Legon. And about this when I'm kind about daily graphic.
Menim say o ma resolve asem.
Yes, about daily graphic.
I don't know the situation
With the daily graphic, they try.
Right, no, gentlemen, me time as me patch. Me time as.
Oh, 1 minute.
No, me time as patch. Yeah, they na say e dey ma Peter. No, me time as. Peter Boama, member of the government communication team. And I feel so. Me time as Mike, me time as.
This is school feeding.
And I feel so. Lawyer Michael Kwe Jr. Greater Accra Deputy Secretary. Me kona ye de Jumedi Akana to us to the amount. It says our time is fast spent. Yeah, then I say the mama send you a text message in June. Yeah, but